Welcome to the final video on the data visualization series. I just wanted to recap a few important points about this lecture that I've been through, and going back to where we were at originally. When I asked you guys to take some educated guesses on which variables you thought were the most strongly correlated to an increase in revenue. um, I Now that we've gone through data visualizations, we can see really how much easier it is to be able to tell that release year belongs to collection budget, um, release month were some of the most strongly correlated variables with an increase in revenue. So I think after going through all this stuff, I think the most important takeaways of today are definitely not only how to use Matplotlib and Seaborn, but the types of data you're working with. And I think if you guys really don't understand the differences between categorical, numerical, nominal, ordinal, continuous, discrete, if you guys don't know those differences, it's really hard to understand which data visualization to use to best describe the results you want to achieve. And I think that's really important because there's hundreds of visualizations out there, maybe even thousands, and being able to identify which types of variables you're working with is important because it'll drastically narrow down all the visualizations into the ones that are going to be the most useful for you and your data set. But I think the ones I talked about today are definitely the most fundamental. But just in general, like it's Matplotlib and Seaborn both have their pluses and minuses. I would definitely say for the first four lectures, Seaborn was a lot more useful for line plots, bar plots, and just scatter plots in general because it offers so much more versatility and flexibility as for how you want to create your visualization, unique features you want to add in, and just the simplicity of it combined with all its special features make it so much more useful. I would say for those particular graphs, and maybe for box plots and histograms, Matplotlib would be the more superior. Would be the more superior data set, and it's important to realize that if you guys ever forget what arguments some functions take, or the practicality of some other functions, or the differences between Matplotlib and Seaborn and syntax and all that stuff, I have included a reference notebook that you guys can take a look at that has all the visualizations I covered today, along with a very thorough description of what I said. But again, and also a pretty useful feature that I haven't showed you guys yet is if you guys want to ever like find out, say you forgot the arguments to some particular function, right? Say a histogram, you can always just go up and press Shift Tab, and that will give you all the different you know arguments your function can take. And there's documentation online that you can go to. There's a lot of different resources, but when you really learn your data types and you learn these visualizations, Matplotlib and Seaborn, like you can use them in conjunction really powerfully to achieve the results you want. And I would definitely say data visualization is one of the most important things in the data science lifecycle because it gives you so much certainty of how you want your linear or logistic regression model to look. It gives you a basis for predicting relationships, and you can use these correlations to draw something more meaningful and try to predict how some variable is going to look in the future through machine learning. But this is definitely one of the most fundamental ideas in the data science lifecycle. So I hope you guys learned a lot today. But there's a lot more that you guys can go out there and learn. I highly recommend you take a few data science classes because what you guys have been learning today and just in this course is honestly the bare bones of like a rapidly emerging field with machine learning, natural language processing, and neural networks. So many other cool things out there that I hope you guys go check out. But thank you for tuning in to this series on data visualizations, and I hope you learned a lot. Thank you.